Peace and blessings, y'all. Peace and blessings. Man, come in, guys. Take off your swords. Take off your shields. Come in and relax. This is a place where you can get your mind right. It's been cold outside, so we're going to have a great conversation today. So, guys, first, I want to talk about, is this specific person, right, that's online, and he wants to cause division amongst Masons and indigenous people that are Masons and stuff like that, right? I ain't gonna mention his name. I'm pretty sure y'all know who I am. We're gonna call him Top Kin. You know, there's so many people, right, that is thirsty for attention, thirsty for, like, they want to be in the king, they want to be on top, you know, that they're willing to betray their brother, that they're willing to say whatever it is they gotta say to prove a point that they're right, you know. Even though they know they wasn't there and they know that they don't know the whole story. You have people like that, and it's just so disappointing, you know. I feel like certain people like that, you know, they really shouldn't have a platform, shouldn't even really be able to speak like that. Because they think everything is funny, they think everything is a joke. And people's lives is not a joke. Our history is not a joke, you know. You know, the things our ancestors went through is not a joke. And to be targeting people that hasn't done anything to you, I think it's kind of crazy, you know. And that's what people are willing to do for attention, for money, for fame. Unacceptable behavior. So I had to speak on that. As well as there's been a lot of news online. I'm not sure if it's fake news about stores being looted in LA. They saying online, it's saying over 60 stores being looted in LA by immigrants and so on. So I don't know how true that is, but I would definitely like to know if that is true, because if people are looting stores and, you know, there's a lot of violence and crime going on, 50 stores is a lot, you know, and I think there should be more coverage. This is why I'm not sure what's going on, so I want to ask anybody that's watching at the moment if they ever heard about that. They said in Chicago that the gangs was fighting the Marines or something like that. I'm not sure, man. It could be fake news. Also about solar flares. You know, a lot of people are saying, like, scientists haven't seen anything like these solar flares for like forever. So that's interesting. So if you guys are listening to what I'm saying, I'm not sure what's popping up on your timeline, but my timeline is looking kind of crazy. Also, I've been seeing what's been going on in Jamaica, and you know, that's a sad thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, however, I heard, like, I think things happen for a reason. I'm not wishing death upon nobody, you know what I'm saying? I just look at that situation as, you know, what did they build their foundation on? You know what I'm saying? It's in the storm. What the storm has done is a reflection of a person's foundation, and we all go through storms in life. But anyway, I just thought that situation was very interesting, because how they were just talking about Black Americans, how those people were just talking about Black Americans and try to use that as leverage. I think that was very unacceptable, and it let my empathy level go down, because out of all the things y'all could talk about, y'all spoke about our women first, and it kind of showed some type of animosity, resentment, and jealousy. So my level of empathy went down as far as concerning those people. That's just how I truly feel. You know, I don't, you know, wish death upon nobody and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I want people to starve. However, with that level of animosity and resentment, ain't no telling what some of these people could have been saying or doing behind our back for years. So that I'm staying out the way. That's none of my business. You know, It's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of people online I see now posting about gang stalking, more occult knowledge and stuff like that. It seems like there's a lot of activity, spiritual activity picking up, as well as people talking about sorority members, fraternity members and stuff like that, leaving their fraternity. There's a lot of stuff that be popping up on my timeline that I really want to start talking about again. So I'm about to start coming back on here and start covering certain topics so you guys can hear how I feel about certain things, because I don't think that people really know my opinion or know how I feel about certain things. So this is where you're going to be able to hear me, is right here on YouTube. I know that and it's so many different topics, but I don't want to speak on certain things and they're not true. In order to really know something, you got to kind of go to these places and see what's going on. So it's going to be probably a lot of alleged stuff, that I'm probably going to be posting about, a lot of alleged different things, because it's a whole bunch of stuff that's popping up on my timeline. As far as my situation is concerned right now, shoot, I don't even think I'm in control of my life at this moment. I don't want to speak too much on it, but I've been on assignment to sit still, just to sit still and relax and just get my mind together, get my thoughts together. A lot of people are saying that, the chosen ones and so on, they have a lot of income coming in, and people are trying to tether onto that and attach to that, like Black Americans or Black Indians, people that are native to the land, have a huge settlement that is going to be given to them. That's what so-called said. So, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, as far as my situation, man, I haven't had a job in 3 months. It's been crazy, and I've been applying. Thank God I still got my apartment and everything, but God works in mysterious ways, so I'm just taking it a day as it comes, and staying hopeful, staying faithful. But in the meantime, I'm meditating, staying positive, doing the things that I gotta do every day just to make sure I'm good. I have been getting help from my friends and stuff like that, so I just wanted to keep you guys updated on what's going on. Yeah, my life has been like a movie. I'm still gang stalked, but it's very light. I wouldn't even call it gang stalk. I would call it more as a form of protection or being observed. It's very interesting, man. All I want to let you guys know is that there are over 50 cults in the world. And I definitely have been exposed to people watching me and a whole bunch of stuff going on concerning me. And I'm still figuring out what's going on. So you guys stay tuned. You guys stay up. Stay blessed. Stay positive. I'm going to keep you updated, man. Peace.